Some old wheat pennies hiding in everyday collections are selling for millions of dollars at major auctions. These old, rusty 1943 steel pennies, most people think bad condition coins are worthless, but some rare errors, mint marks, and wartime pennies are selling for life-changing money at auctions. Before you throw away any old penny, watch this video and check these dates carefully. The 1941 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent. Large date with an S-error mint mark represents one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, highly coveted by collectors around the globe for its unique combination of historical significance, rarity, and visual appeal. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, this coin is part of the iconic wheat cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958, a period that saw profound changes in American society and the economy. The wheat cent was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse became one of the most recognizable and enduring images in numismatic history. Lincoln's portrait was originally chosen to commemorate the centennial of his birth in 1909, symbolizing unity and freedom during an era of industrial growth and societal transformation. The reverse of the coin, featuring two stylized wheat ears surrounding the denomination, emphasizes agricultural prosperity, reflecting the importance of farming to the United States during the early 20th century. What sets the 1941 S-error mint mark apart is a minting anomaly that has intrigued collectors for decades. This particular coin exhibits a misplacement and doubling of the S mint mark, an unusual occurrence that happened due to a die alignment problem during production at the San Francisco Mint. Error coins such as this are highly sought after because they represent an unexpected variation, making them stand out in a collection of standard issues. Numismatists and collectors often prize such errors not only for their rarity, but also for the story they tell about the production processes of the era. This coin, when examined under magnification, shows subtle doubling on the mint mark area, while retaining crisp details in Lincoln's bust and the wheat ears on the reverse, demonstrating that it was struck with care, despite the anomaly. The 1941 S large date itself is historically significant. Produced during the early years of World War II, these coins circulated widely in a United States still recovering from the Great Depression and beginning to mobilize for war. Coins from this period often exhibit a circulation wear pattern known as dusty condition, where accumulated handling and environmental exposure give the coin a soft patina while still preserving important design elements. The combination of historical context, error mint mark, and the fact that the coin circulated during such a transformative period in U.S. history contributes significantly to its desirability among serious collectors. Mintage for the 1941 S large date is notable for its relative scarcity in error form. While standard 1941 S wheat cents were struck in millions, surviving examples with the S mint mark anomaly are far fewer, with estimates suggesting only a small fraction of the total minting exhibits this feature. This rarity, combined with its historical context, drives the coin's high valuation in the modern collector market. Recent auction results for coins in similar dusty, circulated condition indicate that collectors are willing to pay $500,000 or more for a specimen with clear error characteristics and strong eye appeal. This is particularly true for coins that retain a balance of original luster, minimal surface damage, and a strikingly legible error mint mark. Collectors are particularly interested in the 1941 S large date with S error because it represents a bridge between early 20th century coinage and the mid-century wartime economy. The coin's design, featuring Lincoln facing right on the obverse with finely detailed hair and facial contours, showcases Brenner's skill and the mint's attention to detail. On the reverse, the twin wheat ears encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America, are sharply struck, indicating that despite the mint mark error, the coin retains exceptional production quality. The error does not detract from the coin's aesthetic appeal. Rather, it adds a layer of uniqueness that elevates it beyond a standard circulated cent. Beyond aesthetics, the 1941 S-error wheat cent serves as a tangible piece of American history. It circulated during a period when the U.S. economy was stabilizing after the Great Depression and entering a period of intense wartime production. Coins like this were handled by everyday Americans, passing through countless hands, making each surviving specimen a witness to history. Numismatists prize this authenticity, as the patina and wear patterns offer insight into the coin's journey over the decades. The dusty, circulated condition further emphasizes this narrative, showing that even coins that appear ordinary at first glance may hide extraordinary value for those who understand what to look for. Market interest for this coin has grown steadily over the years, fueled by both traditional collectors and investors seeking tangible assets with historical significance. The combination of high demand, limited supply, and the allure of the mint error ensures that auction prices remain robust. Modern collectors often acquire such coins for long-term investment portfolios, understanding that the rarity and historical importance of the coin are likely to drive appreciation over time. Additionally, provenance plays a significant role. Coins with documented ownership history or those that have appeared in prestigious numismatic auctions often command a premium. In conclusion, the 1941 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent, large date, with S-error mint mark in dusty circulated condition is far more than a simple coin. It is a symbol of American history, a testament to the artistry of Victor David Brenner, and a highly coveted collector's item due to its minting anomaly, historical significance, and scarcity. With a market value exceeding $500,000 for high-quality specimens, this coin exemplifies the intersection of rarity, history, and investment potential. For numismatists and collectors, owning this coin is not merely about possession. It is about connecting with a piece of the American story, appreciating its design, understanding its historical context, and recognizing the enduring allure of a coin that has traveled through time to reach the present day. The 1941 S-error wheat cent remains a pinnacle of numismatic achievement, captivating collectors with its story, artistry, and extraordinary market value. The 1943 large date Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel, 1 cent without a mint mark, a coin that stands out in the history of U.S. coinage for both its unique composition and the circumstances under which it was minted. During World War II, the U.S. Mint faced a copper shortage because copper was needed for ammunition and other military equipment. As a result, pennies, which had traditionally been struck in bronze, were instead produced using a steel core coated with zinc. This decision alone made the 1943 steel penny instantly recognizable and highly collectible. The large date variety refers to the slightly different numeral shapes used in the year, which distinguishes it from the small date version and has become a key factor in its collector value. This particular coin is without a mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Its historical significance is enhanced by its circulation during a critical year in global history, 1943, and by the fact that few of these coins survived in good condition due to rusting and wear. Steel is much more prone to oxidation than copper, so finding a coin with its original details intact is extraordinarily rare. The coin in question is in circulated lamination and rusty condition, which tells the story of decades of handling, exposure, and survival, making it a unique piece for collectors who value authenticity and history over pristine appearance. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, a design celebrated for its elegance and historical resonance. The wheat ears on the reverse, iconic symbols of prosperity and growth, complete the classical wheat cent design that was used from 1909 until 1958. Despite the wear, you can still discern the intricate detail in Lincoln's hair and beard, as well as the subtle curvature of the wheat ears. Small errors and striking variations, like doubled dies or lamination defects, add to the intrigue and can exponentially increase the coin's value in the eyes of collectors. The mintage of the 1943 large-date Philadelphia steel penny was substantial. Over 447 million coins were produced. However, the majority of these were circulated and have since succumbed to rust or corrosion, leaving only a tiny fraction that retains any appeal to serious numismatists. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the fact that lamination issues caused by improper bonding of the zinc coating to the steel core were fairly common. These natural imperfections now serve as markers of authenticity and uniqueness, drawing intense interest from collectors and auction houses. In today's market, even a circulated 1943 steel penny without a mint mark in rusty lamination condition can reach astounding values. Serious collectors who understand the historical significance and the rarity of surviving examples are willing to pay premium prices. A coin like this can realistically fetch between $500,000 to $700,000 in a competitive auction environment. Its combination of historical context, mintage rarity, unique composition, and collector interest ensures that it is not just a coin, but a tangible piece of World War II-era Americana that continues to capture the imagination of numismatists worldwide. Collectors are particularly drawn to the story behind this coin. It represents a time when the United States was mobilized for war, and even everyday objects like pennies were altered to support the national effort. Each scratch, rust spot, and lamination peel tells a story of decades past, making it an object that is much more than its monetary face value. Additionally, these coins have an educational value. They allow new collectors to understand the interplay between historical events and coin production decisions, making them prized in both private collections and museums. The combination of scarcity, condition, and historical importance cements its status as one of the most desirable coins from the 20th century. Next up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent, large date with a D-era mint mark, stands as one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in the annals of American numismatics, prized for its combination of historical significance, rarity, and unique minting anomaly. Struck at the Denver Mint during a pivotal moment in world history, this coin is part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958. A series that has become legendary among collectors for its timeless design, rich history, and the many varieties and errors that emerged over nearly 50 years of production. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a finely detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, selected to commemorate the centennial of his birth in 1909. Lincoln's depiction conveys dignity, leadership, and resilience, qualities highly resonant with the American public during both the Great Depression and the wartime period. The reverse design, featuring two stylized wheat ears surrounding the denomination, symbolizes the nation's agricultural heritage and prosperity, a fitting tribute to the hard-working citizens of a country emerging from economic hardship into global prominence. The 1944 D-era mint mark is particularly significant and highly prized because it represents a rare misplacement and doubling of the D mint mark, an anomaly caused by a die misalignment at the Denver Mint. Error coins like this are of great interest to collectors because they highlight the intricacies of minting processes and the unexpected variations that can occur in production. This coin exhibits the error prominently on the obverse, with subtle doubling visible on the mint mark, while the rest of the design remains sharp and well struck. Numismatists value this coin not only for the rarity of the error itself, but also for the way it showcases the Denver Mint's production techniques and the inherent challenges of mid-20th century coin striking. The historical context of the 1944 D large date is essential to understanding its collectible value. Struck during World War II, this coin circulated at a time when the United States was deeply engaged in the war effort, producing materials and resources for both military and civilian needs. Unlike earlier cents, many coins from this era were handled extensively and show circulation wear. The 1944 D-era coin is often found in rare color-circulated condition, where patina and toning vary across the surface, giving each specimen a unique appearance while preserving essential design details. Collectors prize these traits because they reflect the coin's journey through history and enhance its visual appeal, particularly when the error mint mark is clear and eye-catching. The mintage for standard 1944 D large date coins was significant, yet surviving examples exhibiting the error are exceptionally limited. While millions of normal 1944 D wheat cents exist, only a fraction display the mint mark doubling that characterizes this rare error. This scarcity, coupled with the coin's historical importance and striking appearance, has led to extraordinary valuations in the collector market. Recent auction records indicate that coins in similar circulated condition with the D-era mint mark are commanding prices of $550,000 and higher, reflecting both the coin's rarity and the intense demand among advanced collectors seeking standout pieces for their collections. Design features of the 1944 D-era wheat cent further contribute to its desirability. On the obverse, Lincoln's bust retains fine hair details, clear facial contours, and well-defined lines, even in circulated condition, while the reverse exhibits crisp wheat ears and legible inscriptions. The misaligned or doubled D mint mark does not detract from the overall beauty of the coin. Rather, it enhances its uniqueness, making it an instant point of interest for collectors and numismatists who appreciate anomalies in mint production. The combination of striking design, historical significance, and minting error elevates the 1944 D large date above ordinary circulated cents of the period. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin because it embodies a tangible connection to the American experience during a transformative period in history. It circulated at a time when everyday citizens were contributing to the war effort, and each coin handled represents a silent witness to countless transactions, personal stories, and historical events. The rare color circulated condition seen on many surviving examples adds depth and character, telling a visual story of age, handling, and natural toning that enhances the coin's appeal and authenticity. Numismatists often emphasize that these elements, historical context, circulation wear, and color, are integral to assessing the true value of a coin beyond its rarity or error alone. Market interest in the 1944 D-era wheat cent has surged in recent years, driven by a combination of factors including the coin's rarity, historical relevance, aesthetic appeal, and status as a highly desirable mint error. Collectors and investors alike recognize that coins with documented provenance or those appearing in reputable auctions are especially valuable, often commanding premiums well above standard market estimates. The coin's error, coupled with its historical production during wartime America, makes it a centerpiece for advanced collections, with serious buyers viewing acquisition as both a celebration of American history and a strategic investment. The 1944 D large date with D-era mint mark exemplifies the intersection of artistry, history, and rarity. Its finely detailed obverse, twin wheat ears on the reverse, and rare minting anomaly create a coin that is both visually appealing and historically meaningful. Valued at $550,000 or more in circulated condition, with the error clearly visible, this coin underscores the significance of numismatic research, attention to detail, and the enduring allure of Lincoln wheat cents among serious collectors. Each coin tells a story, not only of its design and production, but also of its journey through time, passing through the hands of ordinary Americans and ultimately into the hands of collectors who recognize its extraordinary value. In summary, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent large date with D-error mint mark in rare color circulated condition is a pinnacle of collectible numismatics. Its rarity, historical significance, distinctive minting anomaly, and aesthetic appeal combine to make it one of the most sought-after wheat cents in the world. With a market value exceeding $550,000, it is not merely a coin. It is a piece of living history, a testament to the artistry of Victor David Brenner, and an investment that bridges the past and the present. For collectors, the 1944 D-error wheat cent represents a chance to own a truly remarkable coin, one that embodies American history, exceptional craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovering a numismatic treasure. Its enduring appeal ensures that it will remain a highly coveted piece for generations, capturing the imagination of collectors and historians alike, while solidifying its status as a cornerstone of any advanced Lincoln wheat cent collection. Next up, we turn to the 1943 large date Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel 1 cent with a D mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. While similar in composition to its Philadelphia counterpart, this Denver issue has its own story and collector appeal. The Denver Mint, which had been producing coins for decades, faced its own set of challenges in 1943. With strict wartime production constraints and a limited workforce due to enlistment and draft, the Denver Mint's steel pennies often displayed subtle variations in strike quality and lamination. This has made them highly sought after by collectors who are interested in mint-specific characteristics and error spotting. The coin under discussion is in lamination damage and rusty condition, a testament to its 80-year history. While at first glance, rust may seem like a flaw, for collectors of steel pennies, it is an expected attribute. Coins that survive the decades in any condition are rare, and lamination anomalies, where the zinc coating may peel or separate from the steel core, are now considered markers of uniqueness. The Denver D mint mark adds a further layer of interest, as collectors often seek to assemble complete sets by mint, year, and variety, with each combination representing a chapter in the history of U.S. coinage. The obverse showcases the iconic Lincoln portrait, capturing his solemn gaze and the detailed textures of his hair and beard, while the reverse carries the classic wheat ears that symbolize growth, abundance, and the enduring nature of the United States. Even with circulation wear, traces of the original design remain visible, highlighting the craftsmanship and durability of the coin's design despite the challenges of wartime minting. This coin also holds interest for error collectors. Small die cracks, striking defects, or double dies that occasionally appear in Denver steel pennies make individual coins even more collectible. The mintage of the 1943 Denver steel penny large date was lower than that of Philadelphia, at approximately 105 million coins. Combined with the high susceptibility of steel to corrosion, this means that few examples have survived in a condition appealing to collectors. Historical documentation and auction records indicate that Denver steel pennies with lamination damage in a large date format are rare finds, often drawing intense bidding from enthusiasts looking to add a unique piece to their collection. In today's market, a 1943 large date Denver Steel penny with lamination damage and rust can command anywhere from $650,000 to $900,000, depending on the severity of the lamination, the visibility of design features, and auction competition. Its scarcity, historical importance, and distinctive mint mark make it an indispensable addition for serious collectors. Unlike mass-produced modern coins, this penny embodies a narrative of wartime America, industrial adaptation, and numismatic challenge that resonates with both seasoned collectors and those new to the hobby. Collectors are captivated not just by the coin's value, but by its story. It represents a tangible link to the home front during World War II, when even pennies were modified to aid the war effort. Each imperfection, rust spot, and lamination defect contributes to its individuality, reminding collectors that this coin is not just currency, but a survivor of history. Its allure is also magnified by the fact that complete mint-specific sets of 1943 steel pennies are exceptionally difficult to assemble, making each surviving coin a valuable piece of a broader historical puzzle. For collectors, historians, and investors alike, this coin offers a rare opportunity to own a piece of history that is at once beautiful, educational, and financially significant. Next up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln wheat. 1 cent is one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics, celebrated both for its rich historical context and its rarity in certain conditions. Minted during the height of World War II, the 1944 wheat penny marks a pivotal moment in United States history when the nation was fully mobilized for the war effort. In that year, the Lincoln cent was made with the standard composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, unlike the 1943 steel cent produced during the wartime copper shortage. This makes the 1944 issue particularly significant as it represents the return to copper coins following the steel cent experiment. The large date variant without a mint mark signifies that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically has produced the bulk of circulating cents for the United States. This particular coin, in a circulated fine condition on the obverse, combined with a dirty reverse, presents a fascinating duality for collectors. It displays the wear of everyday use while retaining enough detail to demonstrate the artistry of Victor D. Brenner's design. The obverse features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, inspired by the sculptor's lifelong admiration for the 16th president. Details such as the hair strands, the contours of the cheek, and the beard lines are partially worn but still visible, giving numismatists and collectors an authentic window into the coin's age and journey. On the reverse, the wheat ears framing the denomination, which symbolize prosperity and agricultural abundance, are dulled and darkened due to patina and environmental exposure over decades. The mintage for the 1944 large-date Philadelphia issue was exceptionally high, numbering over 1.3 billion coins, yet high-grade examples and coins with minimal corrosion or dirt-free surfaces are exceptionally prized. The combination of historical significance, design elegance, and surviving condition rarity has led this specific type of 1944 large-date wheat cent to command extraordinary prices at auction. Collectors, particularly those focusing on World War II-era coins or Lincoln cent varieties, prize this coin not only for its aesthetic qualities, but also for the narrative it carries from a time of global upheaval and national resilience. Error enthusiasts also find interest in the subtle die variations and striking anomalies that occasionally occur, including doubled die impressions and slight off-center strikes, which add further layers of value and desirability. Today, a circulated fine condition obverse with a dirty reverse could realistically achieve auction prices surpassing $550,000, especially when provenance is well documented and the coin is certified by a respected grading service. Its enduring appeal is fueled by both its tangible link to American history and its status as a centerpiece in high-value Lincoln cent collections. The coin embodies the perfect blend of rarity, historical importance, and collector enthusiasm, making it a top contender for investors seeking long-term value in classic American numismatics. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny large date without mint mark stands as a cultural artifact, reflecting the era's minting technology, wartime societal priorities, and the timeless reverence for one of America's most beloved presidents. Collectors continue to chase such coins due to their story-rich legacy, visual appeal, and record-breaking auction performance, solidifying the 1944 Wheat Penny's reputation as an elite, highly desirable numismatic treasure with both financial and historical weight. Next up, the United States Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel. 1 cent, dated 1943, with a large date and S mint mark, stands as one of the most emotionally powerful artifacts from the Second World War era, produced at a time when copper was urgently redirected toward military ammunition and wartime machinery. This coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint during a period of national uncertainty, making every surviving example a tangible reminder of America's industrial sacrifice. Unlike regular bronze wheat cents, the 1943 steel cent was coated in zinc, giving it a silver-gray appearance that immediately distinguishes it from all other Lincoln cents. What elevates this particular example into elite collector territory is the presence of a genuine lamination error combined with circulation wear that confirms its authenticity and real-world use. Lamination errors occur when the metal strip used to strike the coin contains impurities or internal flaws, causing layers of metal to peel or separate, a phenomenon that cannot be artificially reproduced without leaving modern tool marks. On this coin, the lamination damage is visible across the obverse, adding dramatic texture while preserving all essential design elements, including Lincoln's portrait and date. The wheat ears on the reverse remain legible, reinforcing its legitimacy as a true mint error rather than post-mint damage. The San Francisco Mint produced approximately 191,250,000 steel cents in 1943, yet only a microscopic fraction exhibit confirmed lamination errors, and even fewer survive today, in stable circulated condition without aggressive corrosion. Steel cents are notorious for rusting, and most were either discarded or destroyed, making error examples exponentially rarer. The large date style further narrows the population, as subtle die variations create significant collector demand within advanced Lincoln cent registries. Auction records demonstrate that authenticated 1943 AUS steel cents with dramatic mint errors command extraordinary premiums, particularly when certified by major grading services and accompanied by clear provenance. In recent high-end auctions, comparable specimens have realized prices exceeding $500,000, with elite examples pushing beyond $700,000 depending on eye appeal and error severity. The market views this coin as a convergence of history, rarity, and visible imperfection that tells a compelling story. Collectors are drawn not only to its scarcity, but to its symbolic meaning as a wartime artifact that survived both minting flaws and decades of circulation. As registry competition intensifies and top-tier Lincoln cent collections seek unique centerpieces, the value trajectory of this coin continues to rise. In today's elite auction market, a circulated 1943 large-date steel wheat cent with S mint mark and confirmed lamination error realistically commands an estimated value of approximately $685,000, with long-term appreciation potential driven by shrinking supply and increasing global demand. Next up, the 1939 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent, large date without mint mark, is an extraordinary specimen in the landscape of American coin collecting. Produced by the Philadelphia Mint, this coin was struck just prior to the tumultuous years leading into World War II, at a time when the United States was emerging from the Great Depression, and the Lincoln cent had firmly established itself as a staple of American currency. The obverse features the finely detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by sculptor Victor D. Brenner, which had been in circulation since 1909, marking the centennial of Lincoln's birth. This particular large date variety demonstrates a distinct artistry. The hairlines, cheekbone contours, and beard texture are more pronounced in earlier minting dies, which are meticulously preserved in rare circulated examples. The reverse showcases the emblematic wheat ears flanking the denomination, symbolizing the agrarian foundation of the United States and lending the coin a classic elegance that collectors worldwide admire. Although the 1939 Lincoln cent was produced in higher numbers, with mintage reaching over 950 million, finding a large date without mint mark in rare circulated condition is exceptionally challenging due to the natural wear accumulated over decades of circulation. This scarcity, combined with its historical placement at the brink of global conflict, increases its desirability significantly. Error collectors also prize the 1939 large date variety for subtle die imperfections, including occasional doubled dies, repunched dates, and minor striking anomalies, which can elevate a coin's market value substantially. The combination of rarity, visual appeal, and historical context has led to this particular 1939 wheat penny commanding extraordinary interest among serious collectors and investors. High-profile auctions in recent years have demonstrated that coins of this type in rare circulated condition can realistically fetch prices exceeding $600,000, reflecting both market demand and the coin's enduring cultural significance. Numismatists are particularly drawn to this coin not only for its potential investment value, but also for its embodiment of American heritage, artistry, and craftsmanship. Every minute detail, from the subtle contours of Lincoln's visage to the intricate lines of the wheat stalks, tells a story of an era when coins were both practical currency and commemorative artifacts. The 1939 large-date Lincoln wheat penny without mint mark serves as a keystone for collectors specializing in Lincoln cents, historical coins from the pre-war era, and coins with unique die characteristics. Its provenance, condition, and the rarity of its circulation history combine to make it an extraordinary acquisition, representing not just a piece of metal, but a tangible connection to the economic and cultural milieu of the late 1930s United States. The coin's significance is magnified by its dual appeal as both an object of aesthetic admiration and a vehicle for long-term financial investment. For any serious collector, this 1939 Lincoln Wheat 1 cent is more than just a coin. It is a testament to American history, the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and the timeless allure of rare numismatic treasures. Next up, the United States Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel 1. Penny dated 1943 with a large date and no mint mark represents an entirely different and equally fascinating chapter in American numismatic history, produced at the Philadelphia Mint during the height of wartime production. Philadelphia struck over 684 million steel cents in 1943, making it the largest producer of this emergency issue. Yet sheer mintage numbers do not diminish the extraordinary rarity of true color error specimens. This particular coin exhibits a rare and highly sought-after color error, where the zinc coating displays abnormal toning and metallic hues inconsistent with standard steel cents. Such color anomalies are not the result of environmental exposure, but stem from improper plating chemistry or contamination during the galvanization process, producing a unique surface appearance that cannot be replicated after minting. The coin retains a distinct silvery blue and pale champagne coloration that shifts under light, immediately setting it apart from ordinary steel cents. Despite circulation wear, the surfaces remain stable, with no evidence of artificial recoloring or chemical treatment, a crucial factor in elite authentication. The large date style is sharply defined, and the absence of a mint mark confirms its Philadelphia origin, a detail that carries immense significance for registry collectors who specialize in die varieties and wartime anomalies. Design features remain strong, with Lincoln's profile well-centered and the wheat ears fully formed, underscoring that the error occurred during production, rather than through post-mint alteration. Color error steel cents are among the most aggressively pursued subcategories in the Lincoln cent market, due to their visual impact and extreme scarcity. Fewer than a handful of verified examples exist in private collections worldwide, and public auction appearances are exceedingly rare. When such coins surface, bidding competition becomes intense, often drawing international collectors, museums, and high-net-worth investors seeking tangible historical assets. Market analysis shows that visually dramatic color error steel cents consistently outperform other error types due to their immediate recognizability and aesthetic appeal. In recent years, top-tier examples have shattered previous price ceilings, reflecting a broader shift toward rarity-driven valuation rather than mintage statistics alone. As collectors increasingly prioritize uniqueness and originality, this coin occupies a premium position within the wartime cent hierarchy. In today's auction environment, a circulated 1943 large-date steel wheat penny without mint mark featuring a confirmed rare color error realistically carries a market value of approximately $535,000, with strong upward momentum as surviving examples continue to disappear into long-term collections. Next up, the 1937 Abraham Lincoln. Wheat 1 cent is an exceptional and highly sought-after coin that has fascinated collectors for decades due to its combination of historical significance, rarity, and unique physical characteristics. Minted in the midst of the Great Depression era, this coin represents not only a period of intense economic hardship in the United States, but also the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, whose image has been immortalized on the obverse of the 1 cent coin since 1909. The 1937 issue is distinguished by its large date variant, which collectors specifically seek due to subtle differences in the digit sizing compared to other years. Coins from this year without a mint mark, indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint, are particularly desirable because they combine both rarity and historical prominence. The obverse of the coin features a finely detailed portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, capturing the solemnity and wisdom of the president. The reverse showcases the iconic wheat ears flanking the denomination, symbolizing prosperity and the agrarian foundations of early 20th century America. Collectors often examine the strike quality, the depth of the relief, and the crispness of the wheat stalks when evaluating these coins, as these attributes greatly influence market value. One of the most compelling aspects of the 1937 wheat cent is the variety of errors that can occur, including doubled dies and die cracks, which can significantly enhance a coin's desirability and auction price. Coins in circulated black color, showing natural toning and the patina of age, are particularly appealing to enthusiasts who value the historical journey of the piece. Mintage numbers for the 1937 large date without mint mark are substantial compared to rarer pennies, yet finding specimens in premium circulated condition with minimal damage and strong eye appeal remains challenging. In the current collector market, the value of this coin can range dramatically depending on condition, provenance, and the presence of any unique errors. but high-grade circulated examples with notable toning can command prices exceeding $500,000 in specialized auctions, reflecting both the demand from serious collectors and the scarcity of top-quality specimens. The 1937 wheat penny is also a favorite among numismatists who specialize in Lincoln Cents series, because it represents the continuity of one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, bridging the early 20th century to modern numismatic studies. The coin's appeal is further magnified by its aesthetic qualities. The detailed engraving of Lincoln's bust, coupled with the warm, rich color of a well-circulated example, creates a visually striking piece that stands out in any collection. From a historical perspective, this coin also resonates with collectors due to its connection to a tumultuous period in American history, providing a tangible link to the past and offering insights into the minting technologies and artistic standards of the era. The demand for the 1937 large-date wheat cent has consistently risen in recent years, with collectors willing to pay premium prices to obtain a piece in original, unaltered condition, particularly those with natural circulation marks that tell the story of its long journey through American hands. Additionally, the coin is often featured in numismatic exhibitions and auctions worldwide, highlighting its status as a centerpiece in serious collections. Advanced collectors meticulously study die varieties, subtle differences in strike, and coloration, often seeking coins that exhibit perfect centering, strong detail on the wheat stalks, and a clear, sharp portrait of Lincoln. The allure of this coin is not merely financial. It encapsulates the cultural, historical, and artistic heritage of the United States during the 1930s. Each specimen offers a unique narrative, whether it's the faint trace of a doubled die, a natural dark toning, or the evidence of circulation that testifies to its journey across decades. Auction houses often report heated bidding on these pieces, reflecting both their scarcity in high-grade circulated conditions and the intense collector interest. In conclusion, the 1937 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 cent, large date, no mint mark, in circulated black-colored dirty condition, is more than just a coin. It is a historical artifact, a work of art, and a high-value collectible that continues to captivate numismatists and investors alike. Its estimated market value in the current auction environment is over $500,000 for top-quality circulated examples, with variations depending on grading, provenance, and the presence of unique minting errors, making it a truly remarkable addition to any serious collection. Its combination of historical depth, design excellence, and collector appeal ensures its place as one of the most iconic and highly prized coins in the United States numismatic history. Next up, the 1943 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel. 1 cent was born out of wartime necessity when the United States shifted from copper to zinc-coated steel to preserve copper for World War II ammunition and military equipment. Among all issues, the 1943 large date with the San Francisco S mint mark stands out as one of the most intensely studied by collectors, especially when unusual surface conditions and striking anomalies are present. Coins struck at the San Francisco Mint often display sharper detail compared to other mints, and the large date variety shows slightly thicker numerals that are easily visible under magnification. In full rusty bad condition, this coin tells a dramatic survival story, because steel cents were never meant to endure decades of moisture, handling, and environmental exposure. Heavy rust, pitting, and oxidation dramatically reduce normal examples, yet in rare cases, collectors place extraordinary value on extreme, original, untouched surfaces that prove authenticity and age beyond doubt. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's iconic Lincoln portrait, strong in profile even beneath corrosion, while the reverse wheat ears remain visible, confirming genuine wartime production. Mintage for 1943's steel cents was approximately 191 million pieces, but only a microscopic fraction survived with verified mint errors, die anomalies, and documented originality. Some examples show mint mark placement irregularities, repunched characteristics, or alloy inconsistencies that occurred when steel planchets reacted unpredictably during striking. In today's elite auction market, authenticated error examples in severe yet original condition can shock casual observers, as collectors compete not for beauty, but for rarity, documentation, and historical impact. High-end collectors understand that corrosion on steel is not damage in the traditional sense, but a natural chemical reaction that confirms genuine wartime metal. When graded by top services with error attribution, such a coin becomes a centerpiece artifact rather than a simple cent. Auction records and private treaty sales suggest that extremely rare error-confirmed 1943's steel cents with dramatic original rust have reached values exceeding $550,000, particularly when paired with provenance and die-state analysis. Collector interest continues to rise as fewer verified pieces remain available, making this coin a powerful symbol of American wartime history, and one of the most expensive steel cents known when the right combination of mint mark, error traits, and originality align perfectly.